How's it going, BCHL fans? Ian Wilson alongside Landon Pappas of the Nanaimo Clippers, another edition of the BCHL podcast. Landon, thank you very much for taking the time to have a quick chat. I know you guys got a big game tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Excited for it.
Yeah, welcome back after the winter break. What were some of the things you guys got up to while you get to go back home for a few days?
Yeah, not too much special. It was kind of a blink and eye and you're right back here. So just kind of cherishing that time with family and seeing a couple buddies.
And now you guys are back at it, and just a week away at the time of recording this one. You're going to be out in Spruce Grove at All-Star Weekend. You've been added into the roster representing Team Coastal at this All-Star Weekend in front of all the scouts. The lights are going to be shining bright. What does it mean to you to get to go to All-Star Weekend and represent the West?
Yeah, it's an honor, just a great opportunity to kind of go play with other guys around the league and kind of showcase yourself with the exposure and stuff like that in Edmonton. So I'm just kind of looking forward to it.
And now for Nanaimo, you guys don't make it to All-Star Weekend without some pretty incredible play. How would you describe how the season's been going so far for the Clippers?
Yeah, it's good. We've had our ups and downs, but kind of second half here started off with a nice win out in kind of a crazy bus trip, you could say, up to Cranbrook. So yeah, it was great, and kind of just keep grinding from there.
Yeah, and you're coming to the BCHL now, this 20-year-old campaign. You're no stranger to success. All-Star Weekend, the Clippers having a good year, but last season, before you come on out to the BCHL, you had quite the run with the Calgary Canucks over in the AJ. You guys win the Interpipeline Cup, you go on, you host the Centennial, and you guys win it all. And you scored as well in that championship game. Talk to us a bit about that whole experience.
Yeah, it was awesome. Obviously got to play with a lot of great players and meet a lot of great people there. So just like you said there, that goal, it's kind of something you'll remember forever, and just in those big moments and stuff like that. So obviously there's a handful of guys from that team that are in the BCHL now, so it's kind of cool, obviously, getting to play with Hayden Fechner here on the Clippers, and then other guys around the league like Plandowski, DuPont, and Keller. So it's kind of fun, getting to see those guys on game days and stuff like that when you're playing against them. So it makes it awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see those next steps of the journeys come about, see where guys end up and play together. And just a little bit of familiarity too, coming out here west and still getting to play alongside Hayden as well too.
Yeah, it makes it awesome. Just knowing a guy coming to a new team makes it easier type thing to blend in and stuff like that. So yeah.
What does it take to come away as a champion at that level, though? You guys were the hosts, so you already had the seat to get in, but then all of a sudden, you guys just put the boots to the ground. I believe I was reading the quote by Bowen that said you guys went from maybe we're going to win to we're going to win. You guys won your way through the Intercup, came away the champion, so there was no doubts there, and then you go and win the Centennial on home ice. What does it take to accomplish a feat like that?
It takes everything, right? You got to have the right group of guys. Guys just come to the rink every day. Every guy wants to be there and get better. So that's a huge run there. And then, like you said, we got to host the opportunity to host the Centennial Cup, right? So it's not just you're there because you're hosting. We had to earn it through playoffs, which we went, I think it was 11-1 or 12-1. So we kind of earned our way there. Obviously won the AJHL as a league, and then kind of obviously won the Centennial Cup, so it was amazing.
And then on that playoff run too, thinking about a defender, usually you don't see a lot of blue liners go point per game. Depending on their style too, if they're more defensive or they're more offensive based, but you're one of those guys that came in, finished off the season strong, and then you were basically point per game through the playoffs. For your style of play, if you had to kind of give the elevator pitch, how is it that Landon Pappas plays hockey?
Yeah, I just would say smaller, mediocre-sized defenseman that I consider myself that I can skate and move the puck pretty well. So that's kind of my game. Just solid puck-moving defenseman is how I label it. But you got to have guys that want it every day and stuff like that. So it wasn't just myself play. It's all the guys on that team last year. Everyone wanted to be better every single day in game. So that's obviously helped us win a championship. So
it seems like that pedigree has carried itself over to Nanaimo here as well too. You're now a 20-year-old, the swan song season of the junior career. How has your experience up to this point allowed you to keep being a leader in this room here out west?
Yeah, exactly. It's Nanaimo. It's a beautiful spot to live in general, but just the organization, the staff, all the guys, everybody that you get to see on a day-to-day basis makes it so much more enjoyable. So just it's an amazing experience out here in Nanaimo.
Yeah, definitely a bit of a different topography than back in Alberta, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and let's go back to that now. Talk about some of the grassroots. Give us a bit of a picture of Landon Pappas. Where'd you grow up? Where'd you play your minor hockey? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so my young days, I grew up just outside of Calgary, probably 45 minutes in Olds, Alberta. So I kind of did half my minor hockey there, and then we ended up moving to Airdrie, which is, say, 10 minutes outside of Calgary. So I finished up midget there, and then coming out of midget, I had my first year was out in Saskatchewan in the SJHL with Tad Cozen and the Nipawin Hawks there. So that was a great experience and memories I'll cherish forever. And then last year I was in a couple different spots and meeting new players and just being able to live in different spots was awesome. Just having that experience in general, and then ending in Calgary there, winning a national championship. You couldn't ask for more. And then obviously being out here in an amazing spot with great people. So looking forward to the second half for sure.
Definitely. And you mentioned Nipawin. I mean, you're no stranger to interviews, but I saw in your player profile series that sometimes you were the one asking the questions. What was that like out with the boys in Nipawin?
Yeah, it was fun, right? We had a lot of fun out there, smaller towns. You gel as a group way more when they're small towns. So, we kind of did the little fun game at the beginning of the year. We asked each other little interview questions and stuff like that, so it was enjoyable.
For this season now, I mean, obviously you get to be a part of the prospects game at representing the Coastal Conference at the All-Star Weekend. And for the BCHL and moving forward, junior hockey, one of the main things is everybody wants to get that scholarship, move forward, and play in the NCAA. Have you considered, when you make it to the NCAA and beyond, what are some of the educational goals you've thought of, or maybe programs you might want to take once you make it beyond this level?
Yeah, I definitely got to put some more thought into that for sure. But my goal right now is obviously to play Division I hockey, and that's kind of what I'm striving for. So kind of got to get the mind there thinking about schooling-wise. I want to take more. I don't know if it's business, more criminal.
Were there any subjects in high school that you gravitated towards?
Yeah, I was a big physical education guy, their gym class. So, but yeah, other than that, no, it's more. I'd say more social studies was my my go-to, but wasn't too well at math and the sciences. So.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. What are some of the things we can find Landon Pappas doing away from the rink? You got any hobbies, things of the like?
Yeah, a lot of guys, just kind of around the league, you like to hang out, play some cards outside the rink. I like to play cards,
What's your go-to card game?
Texas Hold'em.
Texas Hold'em, okay, straight up.
Yeah, it's fun, but playing video games with the guys. But kind of growing up, I played lacrosse there too. So I had an amazing billet family, billet siblings too. So throwing the ball around with her in the backyard with the lacrosse sticks, just
like even nowadays, like with the lacrosse as well too, or was that a previous billet family?
Nowadays, just they're a lacrosse family too. So
nice.
Yeah, kind of worked out perfect.
When you played lacrosse, what position did you play?
Kind of when you're younger, you kind of just all play offense, defense, but
you all chase the ball around the floor.
Exactly. Hockey. I was a defenseman, obviously. Lacrosse, I like to play offense. So
mix it up a little bit. At what point did you know it was that defense was it for you? Was there ever kind of a defining moment, or how did you decide where you wanted to be on the ice?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just growing up. My dad, he played hockey and he was a forward, so. I don't know, maybe just growing up, I like to see the play in front of me and kind of just, I don't know, as a defenseman would. So I guess just stuck with it from when I was younger.
Pretty vocal out there, telling the guys where to go and what to do?
I'm not too much of a vocal guy, but I can be there sometimes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And you talk about some of the video games as well, too. Are you big video game guys on the Clippers, or?
Not too much. There's obviously the groups and stuff like that, but just with a couple games here and there after practice when your days off and stuff like that, but nothing too crazy.
100%. The cards. Have you ever played in any big competitive tournaments and things like that for the cards?
I have back home in Alberta, but nothing too crazy, you could say.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we're here at the Frank. It's game day. What are some of the game day routines that you go through? Yeah,
I'm not too big of a routine or superstition type guy.
Okay.
Wake up, pregame check-in, go home, kind of make sure your meal's ready to go, and then kind of just relax a bit, a couple hours, make your pregame, eat, shower, and then head to the rink and get focused on the game.
You have a specific pregame meal that you usually gravitate towards?
Yeah, when I was younger, I used to have pasta, but strictly chicken and rice now.
Strictly?
Yeah, strictly.
Is there at least some seasoning on there?
Nope. I like to season my chicken breast, but teriyaki sauce. That's
okay, gotcha. Was that just like you had a good game after eating it and it just continued on, or is that just kind of it seems like that's what a lot of guys, the chicken and rice is a classic.
Yeah, it's just kind of a go-to meal. Kind of just, I feel lighter when I eat the rice instead of a pasta type thing, so it's kind of my go-to. Yeah.
And what are, like, in the locker room pregame, who's usually running the aux? I know it's always a sacred question, like the sacred duty of running the aux court and getting the music going.
Number 10, Patrick Fortune. He's our go-to aux guy.
He's your go-to aux guy. What's his kind of musical palette? What has he given you guys to get you going?
More on game day, it's more kind of rap, like house, EDM type, upbeat type music. So, let's get the boys going. So
fair enough. Like, what's your musical palette though? Is that similar, or if you're the one listening to music pregame, what do you want to have on the aux?
Yeah, I'm kind of mix it all up, kind of rap, kind of EDM, type beat music, or just good old rock type thing. So I
old rock,
I have a variety of everything.
And like music wise, what do you gravitate towards? Like, just even outside of game day, like what are some of your musical tastes?
I'm not. A lot of guys are country guys, but coming from Alberta, I'm not too big on the country. I get a lot of criticism for it, but I'm more house music, kind of not heavy rap, just rap music. It's
just rap music. Good mix, and I like it. And as far as going out on the ice, playing your style of game, what are some of the checks and balances that go on through a game from start to finish? What are some of the mentality things? Like, how do you, obviously, junior hockey, especially in the BCHL, not the easiest, most forgiving schedule. We saw that with the bus trip to Cranbrook. What are some of the ways that you're keeping yourself zoned in and focused, and kind of what motivates you that way?
Yeah, I consider myself, just like I said earlier, mature puck-moving defenseman. I don't like to go out there and try to make crazy plays and make turnovers and stuff like that. I try to just play a mature game, make simple plays and get up ice and try to help my teammates out best I can. So,
How was that bus trip up to Cranbrook? You got any stories from that to share that are podcast appropriate?
Oh, yeah, all podcast appropriate, but just little things like we played in Cranbrook. We had a 2 hour, 45-minute bus ride back to Castlegar. Ended up turning into about 7 hours just with a road closure. And then, we were about to go up a mountain, come down. We had to stop at the bottom before to get the chains on the tires. Hour and a half. We didn't have the right fitting chain or something, but long story short, it triple time was the bus ride, so 2.5 hours basically. So triple
time, Cranbrook to Castlegar. My goodness. The road trips, the buses, what kind of a bus guy are you? What are you doing to pass the time when you're going to a place? Because, being on the island, a lot of your games are somewhat close. You got to go a couple hours down to Vic, but what are you doing to pass the time on the bus?
Yeah, being on the island here, the travel's not too bad at all, but obviously, for example, that bus trip to Cranbrook was quite the trip. So, just doing, downloading things like movies, just listening to music, kind of just enjoying the scenery outside of the mountains and stuff like that. It's beautiful. So, nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy. Just looking at the scenery and thinking good thoughts, happy things. What are some of the players that you idolized growing up, be it in the NHL or maybe just another junior player you watched when you were a kid? What are some of the guys you look to maybe emulate your style after?
Yeah, I growing up there younger, I didn't know too many names. Like, I wasn't really dialed, didn't know that many big names. But obviously getting older, kind of. I liked Torrey Krug when I was younger, but obviously just the way Quinn Hughes moves and does what he does with the puck is just unbelievable. So kind of those smaller, I considered smaller puck-moving defensemen that could play offense.
The new wave.
Yeah, exactly, right.
100%. So obviously we saw with that run back in Calgary, you're able to put the puck in the net. You're a point-per-game guy in the playoffs and the Centennial and whatnot. You had that goal in the championship clinching game. What's your go-to goal, Selly?
Yeah, well, when I scored there in that championship game, my teammate there, Riley Brackle, we was on just coming down the wall, threw a nice little slap shot on it, and it went in, and just put the arms up. We actually clotheslined each other, both fell, so it was pretty funny when you look back at it. But in general, if I get lucky and get the puck in the back of the net, it's pretty just simple. Arms up in the air, go to teammates. So not too much of a selly guy.
100%. And did you have, coming into the BCHL, this is your second time around, you had some time with Vernon before going to Calgary to finish off that season last year. Did you have maybe like kind of a welcome to the league moment? Like you got to the BCHL and all of a sudden you're like, holy moly, like this was your, hey kid, welcome to the league moment.
I'm trying to think. Maybe last year when I was in Vernon, kind of just, obviously, coming from a different league, your first couple of games is just nothing crazy happened, but you're just getting used to it and stuff like that. So, nothing out of the norm.
100%. Last thing I got for you, Landon, is what is your piece of advice to the youngsters? If someone's looking to kind of level up their game, make it to the BCHL and beyond, regardless of their goals, what would be your piece of advice to the youngsters that are looking to continue their journey in hockey?
Yeah, you just, push for it every day to get better and better and strive for what you want in life. And I always kind of lived by a quote when I was younger. It was hard work, desire, commitment leads to success. So that's kind of the quote I go by. So yeah, just strive for your goals.
Strive for your goals, and hard work, desire, and commitment leads to success.
Yeah.
I like it. That always belongs on like one of those wooden boards in the kitchen.
Yeah, straight up on the wall. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Landon, for taking the time. Appreciate you, and good luck in your game tonight.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
How's it going, BCHL fans? Ian Wilson alongside Rhett Stoesser, the stalwart netminder for the Cowichan Capitals. Let's start at the beginning. Cremona. You grew up in a small little farm town. Talk to us a little bit about your early life in rural Alberta.
It's pretty basic. I mean, we had like pigs growing up, so my parents are obviously farmers, and it was great. I love living in the country, so it's awesome. And small school, small town, everyone knows each other, so yeah, that
nice little connected community. And I mean, so growing up on a farm, you mentioned in the first take wheat farmers as well too. You had a bunch of animals, but that was one of the main things you guys did.
Yeah, we mostly farm wheat and canola. We used to do a bit of barley, but we kind of mix it up year by year. Sometimes it's in there, sometimes not. So yeah.
That farmer boy making it in the junior hockey world, and we've seen a lot of goaltenders come from farms, channel that farmer strength, and now here they are. You've come into your 20-year-old season, but before we get to that, tell us a little bit about your kind of Rhett Stoesser growing up. Like, where did you play your minor hockey, and what did the world give you as far as ice leading up to when you became a junior hockey player?
I started playing in Cremona until Pee Wee, and
what was the Cremona team called?
Cremona Cowboys.
Cremona Cowboys. I love it.
Yeah, they actually recently got a rink renovation.
Hey, okay.
Sweet. Yeah, I haven't skated there since, but yeah. And then I played Pee Wee AA in Cochrane, and then Bantam AA in Cochrane, and then Bantam AAA in Airdrie, and then going on to midget AAA in Airdrie as well eventually. So yeah.
Then when you made it to the junior world, I mean, your story is one that people often look to in like the stories and the feel good just media out there in the world as not a whole bunch of invites, not a whole bunch of kind of like highly touted, all this, that, and the other thing. You worked hard. You just got to buckle down and did your thing. And a local boy walks on to the Red Deer Rebels camp and ends up getting a shot. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, in the summer, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was planning on going back to midget, and I wasn't even going to go to a junior camp actually. And then my agent's like, okay, we'll go to Calgary Canucks. So obviously did well there. And then we went to Red Deer and did really well. And Brent gave me a chance and went from there pretty much. So yeah.
Went from there. You had a couple seasons in Red Deer, had a cup of coffee with the Kelowna Rockets, and now you're here on the West Coast. Truly, I mean, some people say BC West Coast, but Kelowna is a little bit different. The desert, now you've made it to Vancouver Island. Yeah. And a bit of a different topography than Cremona, Alberta, I'm sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Warm weather, so it's awesome, but yeah.
And now you've made it out to the Wild Wet Coast here in Cowichan. And Cam Keith recruiting you for this season, your 20-year-old campaign. How did that go about?
I was in St. John to start the year after clearing waivers from the WHL. So then did really well in preseason there, and then went from there. So ended up going home. So then I was like, okay, I don't really know what I'm gonna do here. And then my agent reached out and said like, hey, like Cowichan's a good spot, good coaching. So I was like, okay, well, let's give her a try. So yeah.
Very good coaching. I mean, we know Cam Keith, the pedigree, the Fred Page Cup, now the Rogers BCHL Cup Championship, and you coming in. I mean, a lot of times teams say that one of the cornerstones of being able to make a chip run is a experienced goaltender and a solid guy in between the pipes back there. And they've looked to you as that this season. And clearly the numbers, there's proof in the pudding because you've been one of the top netminders in the BCHL this season. And now as well, too, as a result of that, you've got the nod to double dip at All-Star Weekend in Spruce Grove. So, of course, congratulations on that are in order. Yeah. You get to don the maple leaf for Team Canada in the Canada versus World game. and you get to go and be a part of the college top prospects game with all the NCAA scouts. What are some of the thoughts that go through your head about what to expect in Spruce Grove in, well, at the time of recording this, in just about a week and a half, it feels like?
Yeah, no, it's coming up quick. So, it's an exciting experience. So it'll be fun, and my parents should be there, hopefully. So, which is awesome. And yeah.
I mean, it's got to feel pretty crazy. You get to don the maple leaf. That's not something a lot of people say they get to do in their junior career.
Absolutely. No, I think it's going to be awesome. So hopefully we win.
Hopefully you win.
There's
a lot at stake there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, All-Star Weekend is going to be a big one. The eyes are going to be on. The lights are going to be bright. And yeah, as far as what's led you to that this season, to what do you attribute the success so far in this 20-year-old campaign?
Honestly, just sticking with it, staying the same, not changing, just like every day, work. Same old.
Yep.
So yeah.
Bring your lunch pail, go to work, do your job.
Yeah.
And I mean, for you, how would you describe Rhett Stoesser hockey? I mean, netminders are all a little bit different, but what do you say as kind of the elevator pitch about yourself and how you operate in the crease?
We said last time Spider-Man, but as you know, I don't really like that one. I would say
not a big Marvel guy.
Yeah, well, I actually like Marvel. I love Spider-Man.
Okay.
But maybe Iron Man's better. I don't know.
Okay. All right.
But no, I would like to say I'm pretty calm back there, pretty relaxed. I mean, just something that the guys can rely on when they need to, and yeah.
Well, does that carry through as well too, as far as your kind of style back there in the crease? I know some goaltenders are pretty vocal, helping guys out, yelling things out to the D. Like, is that you back there, or do you keep more just kind of zoned in?
More to myself, and then when my D needed, I help him out, let him know what's going on. But yeah, pretty to myself.
Pretty to yourself. And I mean, as far as goaltending goes, what was the decision maker? I mean, I've always thought that goalies are a bit of a special breed. You have to be in between the pipes, be it lacrosse, hockey, whatever it happens to be. But for you, how did it come about you being a goalie?
I was half player, half goalie, and then then I decided I'm not the best player, so I pretty much have to pick goalie. But yeah, and then it just worked out from there. So,
just worked out from there.
Yeah.
What was there kind of a moment where it was like, okay, no, I gotta stay in the blue paint, like?
Yeah, I would say like coming what is it, novice or Adam? What's before Pee Wee?
Adam, I think.
Adam, in Adam, I obviously wasn't the best player for sure, so I was definitely happier in the crease doing my job. So yeah, I mean, then it was kind of like, and then Pee Wee actually had to try out for an actual team instead of just the local team. So then I was like, okay, well,
gotta go with what's working.
Gotta go with goalie, yeah. So
is there anybody, like, if heaven forbid something were to happen to both of the goalies that are going to be in one game for you guys, do you think there's anybody in the locker room that could cut it? Think there's anybody that could step in and fill your guys' skates for a game?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure someone would gladly do it, but I don't know which one would.
Yeah, I know every once in a while you see some guy step in there during like mini sticks at the school visits or something, and you're like, okay, maybe they might be able to figure it out. But how's the community stuff been for you guys this year? Obviously, every team has their own suite of stuff they do going out, and be it school visits or breakfasts or whatever things. You were talking about one in the first take. Was it Salish?
Salish Storm.
Salish Storm. Yeah. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so we do that every Tuesday. Usually it's different guys. I mean, so yeah, and they come out and skate, and then we shoot or teach them how to do stuff or push them around on these little things for races. But yeah, no, it's a fun time. So yeah.
How's it feel to have that kind of that role model aspect? I mean, definitely it feels pretty special, I imagine.
Yeah, no, it's great, and we got such a small community, so it's really special. Yeah,
but I mean, the community shows up and supports as well too. I mean, the Triple C is usually bumping no matter what game night goes on. What's that kind of community reciprocation been back to you guys on game nights?
Oh, I think it's a lot of loyalty too, because I know in the past they haven't had a lot of great teams. I think we're one of, if not the best team they've had so far ever. So I mean, it's great that they always just come out and support us. So, yeah,
he's humble. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean the proof is in the pudding. You guys have had a very substantial record this year, and it's guys that have just kind of come together and, as you say, go to work and get the job done. Is there kind of a rallying mantra or something that you guys have been building on this season in the locker room?
Honestly, not a lot. I mean, obviously everyone here is here to win a championship, so that's what we're going for. So yeah.
There you go. What are some of the things we can find Rhett Stoesser doing away from the rink? I mean, there's not a lot of free time when it comes to guys in junior hockey, but if you find yourself away from the rink or back home or whatever it might be, what are some of the things you might find you doing?
Away from the rink here, Lang and DK and Frieden, they love going fishing.
Oh yeah,
I've been like once or twice. I mean, I should go more. I love fishing. But I haven't been a lot. And
what's the biggest fish you've caught?
I caught like a 48.5-inch northern pike. So yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
Going fishing. What are some of the other things that you enjoy? What are some of the hobbies you got?
I mean, we don't have a lot here, but at home I like to work on cars and stuff like that. So yeah.
What's the any specific ones, or like what's the dream car for you?
I don't really have a dream car.
Yeah.
A lot of cars I like. For example, like that Altima RS.
Yep.
It's kind of a cool car. And then we have my mom's Ford Pinto at home that we've been doing up, and it's finally getting close. It's been like a 20-year project, but I've kind of taken over a little bit on the side of things because my dad isn't really that inspired to work on it anymore. He's done enough work on it, so yeah.
Fair enough, passing the torch as it were. And you were saying that you're playing in Cowichan now, but there's a bit of an island connection in your family history.
Yeah, absolutely. My mom's from Parksville, and the vehicle's from the island as well. We picked it up, so yeah.
There you go. And so your mom starts their life in Parksville and then eventually makes her way out to Alberta, and the rest is history. You guys are farmers, and along comes you.
Absolutely, yeah.
There you go. Was there ever a thought of sometimes farming is seen as generational type thing. Have you ever considered taking over the family farm someday? Or
I mean, I wouldn't hate doing it because then I wouldn't have to go to school. But no, my parents, I don't know. My dad probably wouldn't mind, but my mom obviously wants me to go to school, and I think it would probably be the smart thing to go to school first and have something to fall back on.
Absolutely.
Obviously. So yeah.
It never hurts to have a bit more education out of the belt. Are there some things that programs you've considered taking beyond once you get into the NCAA and things like that?
Well, right now I'm just doing business courses and then the geology course, but I mean, just kind of basic stuff most hockey players do. So yeah.
For the locker room here in Cowichan, what has been the experience like? I mean, obviously now coming here, 1-year guy, 20-year-old season, but you talk about everybody being ready to win a chip. Just talk to us a bit about the culture and some of the guys you've gotten to make friendships with here in Cowichan.
Yeah, no, it's all the boys are always so positive. So I mean, that's kind of the main thing. No one's getting down and no one's beating themselves up. So everyone's always happy. It seems like, well, for the most part at least, right? So. And I mean, we've had a lot of players recycle, so it's always a different dynamic, but we try to keep the main goal the same. So yeah. Absolutely.
Nicknames. So your last name is Stoesser. And I mean, when it comes to hockey nicknames, the classic is adding an on the end or an E on the end, but it's Stoesser. So what is your nickname in the locker room?
Yeah, most guys call me Stoes, but a lot of guys call me by my first name, which is kind of unusual. But yeah. So yeah.
Interesting. And any other ones you've had in the past, or?
I mean, like Retsky, Retro, Big Red. I mean, my last set of gear had Big Red on it.
So, okay.
Other than that, like Toaster maybe. I don't know. There's a whole bunch, but yeah.
There's some good ones in there. Yeah. And I'm sure that some guys might add that into the rotation once they watch this episode later on.
Maybe. Hopefully not, but we'll see.
You mentioned the goalie gear, and obviously a goalie's gear is almost like maybe a piece of religious wear for a goalie. Obviously the drip is important. For you, what has been some of the best colorways you've had, or some of your favorite pieces of gear you've had so far?
I love my Kelowna retro set.
Okay.
And, obviously this year, my new gear that I got, the new Bauer setup's pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm excited about that, and hopefully wrap it up with a helmet. But
you're talking about the helmet that's going to be on the way. What's if you had an idea of what you would want to put on your helmet? I mean, we've seen in the NHL, in all leagues, really, some incredible art that has been put onto those helmets and different things that might have a bit of meaning to somebody. Have you thought about anything specific you'd want to put on your dream mask?
Not overly, honestly. I'd probably just give them a few basic notes and then let them kind of do their thing with it and give me some ideas, because I'm not I kind of tried, maybe use some AI to try it. it's not the easiest thing to do. So yeah.
You never know. I mean, sometimes it just this is me. This is who I am. Like, make me a mask and see what happens.
Yeah,
and sometimes you'd be like, I didn't know this is what I needed, but I needed it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man, a goalie. You guys, as we say, you're a special breed. Worst case scenario, there's a guy coming down at you, a breakaway, come from the other end, just, oh no. What are some of the things that go through a netminder's mind, or your mind specifically, if something like that's happening?
Yeah, hopefully nothing, or something positive.
Oh, yeah.
Hopefully nothing negative. So yeah. I mean, there's not much to it. I mean, yeah.
Just try and keep it calm, cool, and collected back there.
Yeah, exactly.
And the same thing, like, I mean, in a shootout and overtime, things like that, essentially just trying to keep the mind calm and be ready to face whatever's coming at you.
Yep, same old. So yeah, exactly.
Same old, no pressure, just kind of keep yourself in your feng shui. What are some of the ways that you kind of keep focused in a game? I mean, sometimes goalies have little rituals where they'll tap posts or go for the lap. What are some of the ways that you kind of keep focused when it comes to the big pressure situations?
Honestly,
you don't have to reveal all your secrets, but
it's not really any secrets on my end. Yeah, I'm pretty laid back. I mean, I try not to get too stressed out.
Yeah.
Try not to like get totally like laid back and just not doing anything. But I just try to kind of stay focused on the game the whole time if I can. You know, obviously sometimes it doesn't work out that way, but yeah. Yeah, at least while it's in my end, at least. So.
Yes. Try not to get too out of position when it comes back into your own end of the ring. But I mean, we've seen some pretty high caliber saves this season from you as well too. Is that one of the things that just gets you fired up like nothing else, is making the big save? Or what are some of the other things that kind of get you going when it comes to the sport of hockey?
I like it when the boys score.
Oh, yeah.
No pressure on me after
Pressure's
that.
off on your end of the ice.
Yeah, I mean, big saves are cool, but obviously a win's the biggest thing. So, yeah.
Getting the W with the boys.
Yeah.
Going back to the boys again, we talked about your nickname and some of the things guys call you. What are some of the other nicknames around the locker room here in Cowichan?
We got Nemes. We call him Nemo, like the fish.
Yes.
And Donkin and Dembo is probably the best. We call them Shrek and Donkey, and they live together too, so it kind of checks out. So yeah,
that's so good. You're like, oh, Donkey, and then Denbo is Shrek. I like it. Oh my goodness, it's like, how do they feel about that nickname?
I think they like it because they did like a Halloween costume for.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
What'd you go as for Halloween?
I was Frozone. So yeah.
Where's my super suit?
Exactly.
Oh, that's awesome. Anybody else? You have anybody go with you on that? Like, was there any Mr. Incredible or anything like that?
Unfortunately, no. The boys didn't want to do it with me, but
okay,
oh well. It's what it is.
Yeah, maybe some other year.
Yeah.
What's the Sioux ecosystem like in Cowichan? Where'd you put yourself on the ladder?
I'd like to put myself pretty high, but I haven't won a lot lately. I mean, it's always Fazio or Harvey, someone like that winning. So I probably got to lock it down a little more, get better.
Okay.
But maybe like 4 or 5, somewhere in there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Like, are you a superstitious guy?
No.
Any kind of rituals that happen pre-game, or like left sock on first, anything?
I try not to be, but obviously there's some stuff I don't even really. I kind of remember when it happens, but I don't.
Yeah,
really
there's some subconscious ones where you're like, you never think about it. You're like, what pant leg do you put on first every single time? You're like, wait, do I? And then you try and put the other one on. It just feels so wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe sit back in the lounge here for a little bit, relax. I mean, other than that, I mean, there's not really a lot to it for me. So yeah.
Who's the pregame DJ?
I think it's Huntsy. I think it's our equipment guy right now.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay.
But we kind of switch it up. Like sometimes Dembo is, and I don't know if Harvey's been or not. But sometimes I don't even pay attention to the music. Sometimes I do. So yeah. And
so you guys, the music's going. You get out there on the rink and you do your thing. And I mean, passing the time, being the DJ. That's a pretty, like, Huntsy's got it on lock. What is he playing when you guys are getting ready?
Usually plays like No Broke Boys when we go out, and that's pretty much the only thing I actually remember.
When you're getting zoned in and ready to go?
Yeah, that's about the only thing I remember. It's usually like some sort of remix. So yeah.
Gotcha. What's the Billet family experience been like out here in Cowichan?
Oh, it's great. I got a 87-year-old Billet mom, so she cooks almost too much food. It's awesome. So she's awesome. So yeah.
Awesome. It's like having another grandma.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Any other billet brothers with you or just yourself?
Just myself, so yeah.
Got your own space.
Yeah.
There you go. It's nice. Last thing I got for you is if you had to give a piece of advice to the youngsters that are working their way up through the system, they're looking to make it big in junior and beyond, what is Rhett Stoesser's piece of advice to the kids?
Everyone probably says hard work, but I'll go with a different one and say no excuses. Like, you can't give yourself a way out of everything, right? Because if you do, you're not going to get any better. So, yeah.
So no excuses. Work hard and good things will come to you.
Absolutely.
There it is. Well, thank you very much, Rhett, for joining me for an episode of the podcast. Appreciate you and doing the second take as well, too.
Yeah.
So you're well-versed in this now and you're all ready to rock and roll. But best of luck as the season rolls along and looking forward to see how All-Star Weekend goes.
Awesome. Thank you.